Okay then guys, what is going on? Cloud Plays here and welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today we're inside of Starfield and we have got a load of stuff coming from Todd Howard, defending Starfield being Xbox Series X and S exclusive based on a few pieces of information. We've also got Starfield being the present and the future of Bethesda Game Studio. We'll get into that in just a bit. And we're going to go a little bit behind the scenes of Starfield, with this being the launch of the incredible game that has now arrived everywhere. With that being said though, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Also, check out our sponsor, Advanced GG, the #1 clinically proven energy supplement on the market. If you haven't already, check it out via the link in the description. My favourite flavour is cherry vanilla, and you guys can catch an array of flavours. Make sure you use code CLOUD at checkout for a cheeky discount, and we can crack on with it. So, starting off with a Games Radar article that states, Todd Howard defends Starfield Xbox Series X and S exclusivity. When you think of Zelda, you think of Switch, which is a very, very good point. And actually, Todd Howard goes into a bit more detail with this by stating that Starfield game director Todd Howard has spoken to the new RPG's console exclusivity for Xbox systems. Speaking to the BBC in a new interview, the Starfield director and Bethesda veteran defended the new game's console platform exclusivity. While you're making something exclusive, then the more you can focus. Howard said to Starfield's console exclusivity for Xbox Series X and S platforms. You know, this is the hardware or the thing people are playing on, so the ability to focus on that always yields a better product. You do want people to be able to access it, of course, Howard continues, but being with Xbox means that there is an ease of access for us. And I'm told we're expecting more people playing this launch than anything we've ever done before, and that's despite the success of our previous games. I also do think that people attach brands to certain games. When you think of Zelda, you think of the Switch, and I think that there are times when that can be a real benefit, the Starfield director concluded. It's clear that Howard views Starfield specifically as an Xbox-linked game, synonymous with both of Microsoft's new-gen consoles as well as PC. And I think that he has nailed this one on the head personally. I think that there is a lot going in for that. There is basically the key of Zelda is a Switch game, and that's just how that works. Starfield is going to be a generational game that they are evidently planning on becoming the future, but we are going to get into that in just a second. But this game could be a ginormous franchise, almost as big as Fallout or Skyrim. And do you want that to be attached to a certain platform? I think as a company, Bethesda probably do want to, and they want to be associated with something that's going to be making a big motive. Now, Xbox sales have gone through the roof, with everybody trying to get their hands on an Xbox Series S and or X to get hold of Starfield, as well as the PC players that have been upping their components to make sure that they can get their hands on the best quality available. Now, Starfield is the present and future of Bethesda Game Studios, at least for a while. An article here from IGN states, after years of waiting, Starfield has finally arrived. I recently called it the most important launch of Xbox since at least Halo 5. And now it's here and you're on Xbox console or PC. I hope you enjoy it, but being the previews lead at IGN, it's my job to live in the future. I'm always looking ahead to the next big thing, and the next big thing for Bethesda Game Studios isn't Elder Scrolls 6, at least not for a while. The next big thing for Todd Howard and his team is going to be Starfield. Let me explain. Now, I think that this better be a good explanation, because Elder Scrolls has got a ginormous reputation with a huge community around it. But he states here, naturally, the bulk of BGS will move on to Elder Scrolls 6. In fact, we know that with Starfield shipped, the follow-up to Skyrim has completed pre-production and moved into full production. But for us, the players of Bethesda expansive games, Starfield will remain our focus for quite a long time. Like a long time. This is a couple of reasons. First, not only is Starfield a gigantic game by any metric, offering hundreds of hours of role-playing adventure, including a high degree of replayability in which you can make different choices both for your character and out in the universe, but it's also going to be supported by Bethesda for years, not months to come, but years. BGS has walked the walk on that with the previous RPGs. We're going to get patches, content updates, DLCs and a full-blown expansion for Starfield, further fleshing out and polishing the worlds the team has built. Now, for me personally, I did really enjoy the game, but I do think that there is a hell of a lot that they have to flush out, a hell of a lot that they need to add in, and these expansions need to be bloody good, to say the least. I think that the game is absolutely incredible, and certain aspects of it are insane, but the to and fro and the in-between of those insane moments are the bipolar opposite, with it being a bit of a lackluster in-between really cool moments. Now, it is explained a little bit differently, and they kind of go into detail with regards to how this one works, but the behind the scenes of Starfield, where you can explore 1,000 new worlds among the stars. Now, if you have ever dreamed of launching into space and exploring new worlds, a much anticipated new video game can take you to a rich detail and immersive storytelling move. Now, this is what exactly Starfield does. Now, with Starfield, the first new universe from Bethesda Game Studio in 25 years, I may add, your role-playing a journey can lead to more than 1,000 planets. In available day one on Xbox Game Pass, which has literally just gone live today on Xbox Series S consoles and Windows PCs and Steam. Now, they state right here that we love the idea of exploring space and always wanted to turn it into a game. People love to get lost in games we build, and we do it as well. And that came from Todd Howard himself, the game director and executive producer of Bethesda Game Studios, which Microsoft acquired through parent company ZeniMax Media in 2021. This one is easily the most ambitious one we've built. It's something we've really poured ourselves into over a long period of time. Now, this game has had quite a background history and is currently going through a little bit of controversy with the main frickin' group of people that like to destroy games on a day-to-day basis. Although if Hogwarts Legacy is anything to go by, this is just going to give it more and more publicity than you guys will ever know. So this game has got a bright future to it, to say the least, with DLCs, expansions, and movements inside of it that are going to be absolutely incredible. And although this may be having a bit of backlash online, which is the tiniest amount I may add, it's not exactly a boycott, but posts like this with 14,000 upvotes definitely seem to push the mark, where it states, as it turns out the majority of player base know what they want from a Bethesda game, with over 12,943 positive reviews on Steam. I can now state that that was 10 hours ago, and we're now at nearly 20,000 positive reviews, with over 80% of them being completely positive. This game is really, really good, and it has some niggling points, and as a game reviewer, I'm bound to point those out. My main review on the game was a little bit skeptical, to say the least, to most people, but I have to be completely transparent. The game has got some incredible moments with some really key features inside of it, although the middle parts in between those key features are lackluster, to say the least. This game's got a bright future, and hopefully you guys have dove in, whether it's through Game Pass or through actually purchasing the game itself. If you have, let me know in the comment section below what your opinions are of this game so far. Me, myself, I'm still enjoying it, and I'm still diving through and finding new things every freaking second. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up, subscribe, post notifications turned on. Thanks again for watching, appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the clouds.